Yeah. Good morning, guys. So yesterday we have seen how to capture using boundary based extractor, right? So now if I want to implement any logic using this correlation, how can I implement? Like for example here, uh, when I run my script, I want instead of at the time of script recording, it was Paris and London, right? Now I want to pass Philadelphia, Berlin. Now I want to pass these two cities. So because these we are not entering from our side, right? So you cannot do parameterization. So you have to manage this through correlation. So let us see. So here, I think, yeah, project any like, yeah, these things we have seen. Now I want to capture the cities. So first we need to understand where these cities are getting generated. So you just search. First, you need to run your script once. Then you search for what you want to replace. Like, Philadelphia, I want to replace, right? I want to pass Philadelphia. So let me pick the exact spelling. Right? When I search, it will highlight all the requests which has this Philadelphia. So this is highlighted. You can see. If I open this, launch is highlighted. That means it is getting generated in launch, right? So go to launch and go to response date of launch. If it is highlighted this one, you need to capture from here. Okay, first the thing is you need to identify where it is getting generated from the server side. That means what? From server side, you're getting this data. Now here, you scroll down, you'll find it. But if in real time, you'll have a very lengthy response data, like some thousands of lines. Then here also you can search with that same. But it will take you, okay, this is where I found it, right? Now, what I want to do here is I want to capture Philadelphia as a from city, and I want to pass two city as let us say Berlin. So how do I capture using boundary base? We have testers, right? You can go with this boundary extractor tester. The same principle would be the same. Give the left and right boundary. So what is the uh, Philadelphia? What is the left boundary? This is the left boundary, right? Just copy now, put it here. And what is the right boundary? This is the right boundary. Okay, put it in the right boundary. Just click on test. So let us see what all it captures. So it says total 14 matches. I want to capture only one, but there are 14 matches are there. Why? Because all other cities have the same left and right boundaries. Mostly you'll see this kind of situation where you have a list box. Like, this is a list box, right? You go to your application. This is a list box. So in the list box, you'll have this option value as your left boundary. That is common for every list box. So it says 14. Now I want to capture only what? Philadelphia. And for two city, I want to capture Berlin. Okay. So how can we do that? Let us see. First, we'll add that extractor here for which request? Launch request. Right click, add host processor, boundary extractor. So you know this. I want to capture for from city to city. Two variables I need to add. First one is for, I'll say, from city. Give the same thing as the name. Capture from boundary, body, sorry. Here we need to give the left boundary, right boundary. Already we have tested. This is the left boundary. and this is the right boundary. Don't type, but if you type, there is a possibility of making mistake. Just if it is working, just copy and paste. Now here, I want to capture, if I put 1, what happens? If I put 1, it will capture the first one. So that is what it is says match. Total 14 are there. If I put 1, it will capture Paris. Right? If I want to capture what? Philadelphia. So I need to put match is 2. Here if I put 2, this is for from city. Now I want to capture 2 city. So we'll add the same thing. Add post processor, boundary extractor, give the name as 2 city. Here the left and right boundaries are same for 2 city or from city. Right? So here if you see, these are 2 city, 2 port, right? Same left and right boundary. So you need to use the same thing here, what you have given for from city. Don't give any spaces. Here, now which one I want to capture here? I want to capture in place of London. Say I want to capture Berlin, right? So match is what? 11. If I give number 11, it should capture Berlin. So let us say in place of here, Paris and London, what we need to put? We need to pass this variable from city. So in all places you need to pass, only not in one place. Wherever Paris, London is passing, wherever there is a Paris, you need to put this from underscore city. And where else it has? Here also Paris. You need to check. If you have very lengthy script, you can use search here. Search for Paris and replace with your this thing, something like this. Already I've done. You search, it shows somewhere here. This is user defined variable we have used. So that's why it is searching everything and showing. Okay. So we don't need this right now. We'll use simple data set only. Right. 2 city, same thing. In place of London, I'll put 2 city. So to copy this. So wherever you have London, we need to replace with this one. So here we are passing. Now, when I run, it should pass different city. So you need to check in, put this back to text, then you can check. So here in the request, you can see Philadelphia and Berlin. Here also it should pass Philadelphia and Berlin. So now it is passing different city, but the requirement is like say here I'm running for 10 times, right? First time it is passing Philadelphian port. For second iteration, same thing. Third iteration, same thing. Right? Even for the 10th also it will pass Philadelphia and Berlin. Even for the last iteration also you can see. It is passing the same. Now the requirement is I want to every time when I run my script, it should pick a random city. Okay, it should pick the random city. First time it can be like Boston, New York. Second time it should be some other city, Paris or something. So how do I implement that logic? So for that only, here we have an option like when you put a from city, here we are putting the match number, right? Here there is something called 0 for random. What does it mean? If I put 0, it will pick the random one. Say, let me remove this and put 0. 0. Okay. Now when I run this, you would see every time it will pass the different cities. For first iteration, it is passing for Boston to Bruno S. For second iteration, you can see San Diego, Philadelphia. For third iteration, it is taking Berlin, Sao Paulo. For fourth, so it is picking the random two port is Boston, San Diego. But here, there is one problem is there. What is, I'll show you what is the problem. It is saying from port is what? Boston, right? To port is Bruno is. If you go back and check, from port Boston, okay, that is fine. To port is Bruno is. This is for first iteration. Yeah, this is fine. First iteration is properly working. For the second iteration, if you see, it says San Diego as a from, Philadelphia as to. San Diego. Do you have Philadelphia here? There is no Philadelphia here. But why it is passing as a destination city? Because Philadelphia is here. So it is passing departure city as a destination city. Right? And one more thing here. It is passing Berlin and Sao Paulo. Berlin. Do you have Berlin in from city? There is no Berlin here. Berlin actually it is in here. Sao Paulo here. So it is wrong. It is passing wrong, right? So why it is passing wrong? Because see, these are the cities, right? So these are the cities. So when I say it is capturing all 14, right? Out of this 14, it is picking, when I say random, right? So it is picking any one random. Okay. Sorry. Let me put this here. So with this left and right boundary, it is capturing all the 14, right? In this 14, when I say random, 0 means because total occurrences, how many we are getting? 14, right? Not actually, this is 7 is for departure, like from port. Another 7 is for to port. But when I say random, because you have same left and right boundaries, total match, how much we are getting? 14. Out of this 14, when I say random, it can pick anything randomly. So it may pick this one. From port may pick this one randomly. But actually, it is in to port. two port may pick this one randomly. It is not in our control, right? Or sometimes what happens, from port to port, both may pick only one, same city. That is, there is a possibility, right? So that is not the correct thing. Why this is happening? Because both from port to port, both variables, they are having the same left and right boundary. So what is the solution to this? That I will tell you. We have another extractor called CSS extractor. Using that, you can split this into two parts, and you can capture only by the name of the list box name. See, here this is a list box name is what? Departure, right? This is a list box name is destination. So we need to just go to here, network. We need to separate this from port separate, to port separate. Right here. This is from port, right? So based on the select name, if I just select this separately, within this, if I capture anything randomly, then it will work. How to do that? That I'll explain when we go with the CSS selector extractor. Okay, this is about boundary extractor. If there is no, like, list box, then this will work like random thing. There is only one list box. You can go with this random and boundary based. And the next level is extractor that we should see is regular expression extractor. So this regular expression extractor, where we will use and in which condition we'll use the regular expression extractor, I'll tell you. Say for example, the same thing, we are capturing this, right? Project ID, xCloud ID or something. So let me capture the same project ID. So here we have regular expression tester, all testers are available. But if you are working in load runner, you don't have, say for example, this one. So there is a online platform available like open source where you can practice regular expression. So here it is only works as a tester, regular expression tester. You can give the expression and you can test it. That I'll come later. Say if you want to be in which condition you'll use this regular expression is this. There's a platform. I want all of you to save this in your favorites. Rublr.com. This is for capturing any dynamic value, complex correlation issues. If you have, we can use this. Save this site in your favorites. Now, it is just like an advance of your boundary based. Say, for example, the same, where is our project ID? I want to capture the same project ID using the regular expression. So let us say this is a project ID, right? Come back to this rublr.com. This is, you can put any string here, like, any response body, and you can test just like a JMeter tester, but this is advanced level. So using regular expression, if I want to capture anything, so it is also combination of left and right boundary. We don't give left boundary separately, right boundary separately. In a single line, you can capture using the left and right boundary. So if I want to capture only this thing, I'll take this one as your left boundary, right? So you can see on the right hand side how it is working. So this is really useful if you want to practice the regular expression. Right? Now I want to capture only this data. This is the right boundary. Okay, sorry. Okay. Now in regular expression, anything you want to capture, that should be within the round brackets, parenthesis, round brackets. So within round bracket, if I want to capture anything, you need to mention. So here I want to capture from here to here, right? So each letter I want to capture, here they have given the references. You can make use of these references and do the advanced level of regular expression capturing. Okay. Now See, dot means any single character. Simple. If I want to capture anything, that should be within the round bracket. If I put dot, it will capture one character. See, first one it is capture match groups, just like in boundary base we are saying match groups, right? Same thing. So it is capturing first letter. Like that, I want to capture till this point, right? So I will put another thing, another dot. It will capture till how many dots you will get, those many letters it will capture. So dot means what? Any single character it will capture. Now I want to capture till G. Yeah, I got it here. Now you need to mention your right boundary. What is the right boundary here? Double quote. Right. Now I captured this. Right. Next time, if this is changing like something, so that is also it will capture, you can say. But the problem here is we don't know, right? How much length, what type of character you'll get, what kind of it may get special character or number or anything. The length we are not worried of, right? So here I can do this using same left boundary base, right? So what is the special thing about this regular expression? So single dot captures any single value, that is fine. But for example, if I have a very lengthy thing, like here we are having right key. So let us assume this is what you want to capture, right? Right key if you want to capture using the same regular expression. So let me put this as here, right? So the formula is same combination of left and right boundary, left boundary, right? Then within brackets, after that you put the right boundary, this one, right? So here you need to mention dots. So if I want to see, just remove the right boundary and check how many. So if I want to capture till here, how many dots I need to put? We don't know, right? So this is looks something odd, right? I cannot put these many dots, right, to capture. So instead of this, the best, do we have any best way? Yes. You can capture anything. Instead of putting all these dots, what I can do is simply I'll put one single dot and I'll say star. Star means all. One star, that means captures everything. When I say, but if I say star, it is capturing including your right boundary. Right? Star means capture everything. Right from the, you have given the left boundary. After this left boundary, within the brackets, I'm saying dot, any character. Single dot is any character. Star means all. That can be any number. It can be special character or it can be a number, caps or anything. Everything it will capture. But I need to stop somewhere, right? So I need to mention like stop where. Question mark means where. So when I put question mark here on the right hand side, you'll see it is went back. It gone back and waiting for you to give the right boundary. So it is waiting for you to give the right boundary. Till what? Select all where your right boundary is this one. Double quote count. Okay. So it will capture everything. The page is loading slow. Now you can see. Simply give your left boundary, dot star question mark, and right boundary. So it will capture even if it is 10 digits, 40 digits, whatever may be. So still it will capture it. Or if I put any character, that will also it will capture. You can see. Then you may ask like, I can do this using the same boundary extractor, right? Then what is the importance of this regular expression? You can capture by using dot star question mark within round brackets. That is fine in a single line. But what is the more significance of this, or what is the more importance of this? Say in real time, let us assume, let us come back to your project ID. Say let us, this is your project ID, that is generated in your response body, right? Now, along with this, there is some other like for some letters. Okay. Every time this is changing, along with this, these four details are also changing. I mean, these four letters are keep on changing. So in that situation, can you capture this using boundary based? You cannot. Say, for example, this, if I give as left boundary, right? So you give, so in boundary base, you'll give left boundary, right boundary. Now you captured it, right? This one only I want to capture. I don't want this. In the script, I want to pass only this one. First time it is captured, but next time when I run my script, so this is changing to some other number, and this is changing to some other letters like A. In that case, your correlation will not work. Your boundary base will not work, right? That means what? Your left boundary itself dynamically changing along with your what the ID what you want to capture. If your left or right boundary is dynamically changing, you cannot use boundary extractor. Okay, because in boundary you have to give the static left boundary and static right boundary. Here we cannot give the see for when I run my script, it is changing the left boundary. To some part it is static. After that, it is changing. So, but I don't want to pass this because this we are not passing. In the script, you have to capture only this. In the script, you have to pass only this ID. So, in that case, how do we do? For that only this regular expression will is very helpful. So they have given these references. Using this, you can capture any complex correlation issues. Like I need to bypass this or I need to ignore these values. I want to capture only this. Okay. So how do we do? Let us see. See, whatever we mention outside the round brackets, it will just highlight. Highlight in the sense it is taking as your left boundary. Right. After that, you have a space. So you need to give space here also. Then right. These four letters I want to ignore. Right. If I want to ignore anything, that should be in square bracket. Just remember this blindly. If I want to ignore any value, then it should be in square brackets. So here I'll put square bracket. What is the letter? Capital A. If I put capital A, it will ignore capital A. You can see it is ignoring and capturing as a left boundary. But we don't know, right, which letter will come. Next time it can be Z also. Then it won't work. So here it is here. It is working. So for that, what you can do is I can give the range. It can be like capital A to capital Z, any letter. Just ignore. Right? Like that, you have four, right? First one ignore, then second one ignore, third one ignore, fourth one ignore. After that, there is a space, give the space. Now your left boundary is ending with double quote, put the double quote. Now whatever I want to capture, that should be round brackets, dot, star, question mark, and give the right mark. Now it is capturing only this. It is ignoring what? This thing. So tomorrow it can be like some other. Still I'm capturing, you can see. But we don't know, right? How many? It can be four, sometimes it can be six, right? Then it won't work. So if we are not sure like how many letters, instead of giving this lengthy one, simply what I can do is simply give one A to Z in square bracket, remove everything. Okay, just say plus outside the bracket, give plus. Plus means what? Similar. Star means all. There is a difference between plus and star. Star means all, plus means similar. Both may be performing the same operation. Okay, they both will give you the same result, but the difference you need to understand. Plus means similar, star means all. So I'm saying any similar letter that is between A to Z should be ignored. Like now, if I have very lengthy, still it is working. Very less, still it is working. only one character, still it is working, right? This is how regular expression will work. Now, let us assume in place of this 4 digits, there is some uh, lowercase letters, then it won't work. Okay. So then what I can do here? So here I will include that also. A hyphen Z is A to Z. Small a to hyphen small z will take a, a combination of lowercase and uppercase. Say there is number also involved, like some numbers. Then also it won't work. Then you need to include number also. Numbers will be between what? 0 to 9. Just put 0 hyphen 9. That's it. Anyway, you're putting plus here. So it will ignore. Now I have anything, it will ignore. So until unless it finds some double quote here, it will ignore everything. So this is the advantage of a regular expression. So I'll just put, I want to ignore everything. I want to capture only this. Like that, you have to use all these things. So instead of, see, I don't want to use this, there are other options also. Say, for example, if there is only one number, it is getting generated like this number is keep on changing every time. This works, okay. But you have other options as well. Like, if I want to ignore the numbers, you can put \d. That is for any digit, right? If I put, remove this, right? Now I want to, there are only numbers are getting generated every time. You put, it is pure number. Instead of putting that, simply I can put \d is one digit. All digits, just say plus. It will ignore all the digit. When the space started, it is stopped there. Then you give the same space here, sorry, here, right? Then give your left boundary. Here, I want to capture everything, dot, star, question mark, right bottom, right? This is how you capture anything. So you need to practice all this because this is not displayed in your JMeter. JMeter you can only test. Okay. Say I want to ignore only words, some only letters are there. Letters, combination of letters and number, letter, number, underscore. These three are there. Then you can use \w. Like here, if I have some combination of same thing, right? This will not work. These only for numbers. If I just say \w plus, it works for. So normally in the interview, they'll give you one expression. They'll ask you to find the solution. So before we go that, I want to give you one more thing here. Say for example, this is my left boundary, right? How to escape, right? Let us assume in your response you got something like this, right? There is no left boundary at all. Now I want to capture only this one. Can you capture? If there is no left boundary at all, anyway, you won't be able to capture using boundary. But if there is no left boundary, I want to capture only this part. How can you capture? For that only you have this one. See, start of the line. That means I need to capture from the start of the line. You need to put this symbol. This is called hat symbol. If you press shift and number 6 on the keyboard, it will be the hat. Okay. Now I want to capture everything. Dot, star, question mark. Give your right mount. Now I'm capturing. So let us say you have some left boundary. Okay. You have left boundary, but there is no right boundary. In that case, if I just give left boundary and say dot star question mark, what is happening is waiting for you to give the right boundary, but there is no right boundary. That is the end of the line. If it is a single line on the page response, there is no other line. There is no other line. This is the end of the line. Sometimes you could find end up in that situation. Now, how can I capture? Until unless you give this right boundary, it won't capture. So if that is the end of the line and there are no more lines, then you can give this dollar, like end of the line. So I put dollar here. Now it is captured. You can also capture if there is no left and right boundary also. There is no left boundary, there is no right boundary. Simply put here hat. Now I can see. I can still capture any value. It doesn't have left and right boundary. So let us say there's only one string that is generating in your response body. Only one line, one string. But still we can capture using regular expression. That is the beauty of this regular expression. You need to practice all these things. So I'll also share something like, let me open that. Yeah. Correlation which has been asked in the interview. Yeah. Let us say this is the response of your some request response is like this. Okay. Here you need to capture only this number. This is, let us say, some ID. Okay. So you want to capture this. How do you capture? Say this entire thing is keep on changing. It is not only this dynamic, everything is dynamic. This is also dynamically changing. This value is also dynamically changing. Within this left and right boundary is single quote. Only this part is static, first line. Right? Now, using boundary, it is not that isn't, it is impossible. So now I want you to capture only this ID using single regular expression. Okay. So this is also changing, like every time this is keep on changing. Only this is static. So when you have like this in multiple lines, I want to capture only a particular thing which is in the middle of in the middle line. So here we'll start from the beginning. What is the basic beginning here? This one is the beginning, right? So you take this as your left boundary. If you observe, it is giving an error.